Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show.
There's definitely something to be said for people who connect on a lot of levels. I mean, I don't know if people even know that you're standing behind this camera, how long we've known each other, but we've been friends for 20 years.
Any two people at the bar can't look any less similar than me and Vinny.
We don't dress alike or look alike or hang with the same people. We sort of elevated past that.
Ever since we were kids, I literally watched him go from recording in people's basements to traveling all over the world, playing major shows. It's amazing to consider the amount of fame and respect, keyword respect, that Vinny's accumulated over the years for beginning the collaborative project Army of the Pharaohs, and of course, the legendary Jedi Mind tricks. Without ever having to sell out, compromise his style, or make a quote commercial hit, Vinny sold more albums than most of the guys who were big shots for a hot minute on the major labels that we've watched fall off over the years and have now been forgotten.
We were both just pursuing the shit that we always told each other we were gonna do. Joe was doing his own thing. When you're shooting some of the shit that he did with Bam and Jackass and CKY. Viva La Bam, Bam's Unholy Union, authored the book Dream Seller with Brandon Novak, 2 full-length features, Ming Hags and Haggard.
It's 6 a.m. I've been up all night in a bender with Vinnie Paz, and he wants me to direct his new music video, and I don't know what to tell him. It's like, Vinny, have you seen the bands I make videos for? Him, Clutch, CKY, 69 Eyes, Viking Skull. Like, it is as far removed from hip-hop as humanly possible. So finally, Vinny says, Frantz, here's why you're going to do the video. Because if I have to go with a standard hip-hop or rap director, all I'm going to get is a hydraulic hot rod on the beach with booty shakers and homeboys, which is a pretty good point, and he begins to tell me about this track called Keep Moving On. It's not every day that two people with such diverse styles collaborate on one piece.
We are clouds, we are whispers, like fawns and shapeshifters.
I knew I wanted my friend Shara Worden, my Brightest Diamond girl. I knew I wanted her on it.
I feel like my music is sort of this combination of soul, rock, avant-garde, classical stuff all wrapped into one.
I think that was like part of the allure of it. The first time we worked together, knowing that we're not gonna bring in the prototypical R&B chick to sing on a record.
We are stars colliding, now we crash like lightning into love.
I knew how good of a songwriter she was, so I rolled the dice and I was like, I'll give you all the beat, see what comes from it.
30% of the people in my area don't have jobs. And a friend of mine had lost her factory job and lost her home, and she had 4 children. And so when Vinnie sent me these tracks, immediately I thought of her. What's amazing is that I didn't tell Vinnie that story, and the first verse is totally about losing your job from your factory position.
I lost my job at the factory and that's disastrous. They said it's due to regulations and higher taxes.
It's weird. I don't know what you call that. Synchronicity?
He is so intuitive and so heartfelt in every lyric.
There was like 5, 6 of us in my engineer. I'm like, yo, this is it. And they're like, it's it. What do you mean? This is the right mix? That's the right drum sound? What do you mean this is it? But I was like, yo, this is the shit we're gonna like turn into a visual. Because I'm feeling this in a way that I know how other people are gonna feel when they hear this.
I think it's about where we're at in America right now. It's about the blue-collar worker. It's about struggling to survive.
This song is a metaphor for the human struggle.
Absolutely. It's the one thing through all humanity everyone understands. Not everyone understands wealth, not everyone understands what it is to be poor. Everyone has coped with pain and struggle.
So I call up Shara to see when she's going to be around to film, and she's like, actually, the good news is I'm in New York City right now, but the bad news is I leave first thing tomorrow morning. So I race to New York Citi, drag Lightning Joe Chiodo out of bed, who was mad at the world because he didn't get laid the night before.
I'll make a deal, dude. If you get up and help me with the equipment, I won't do to you again what I did to your room service in London last week.
You stupid shit. Come on, dude. Kick it in. So when Shara got in a wardrobe, she says, I love the outfit, but what's the meaning behind it? To which I replied, rap is a technique of modern storytelling begat in the ancient Greek theater in which a chorus delivered oration calculated to deliver 3 conditions of the told tale. 1. Story, obviously Vinnie's rap. 2. Song, visually conveyed by the musicians playing the beat. And 3. Emotion, delivered by you herein. And as for your outfit, Shara, I'm borrowing from a sepia-degenerated silent film aesthetic. While it's true that in color you look like an opera house version of Dolly Parton, in the video you look like a 1920s vamp completely hot. Never been done before in a rap video, I told her. To which Shara retorted, awesome, I always wanted to be a blonde. Who knew? Why is this song a Philadelphia story?
So the song's gonna be a Philly song because I'm a Philly motherfucker.
I don't think Philly is a place where you live. I think Philly lives in you if you're born and raised here.
I rep this city till I die.
I'm a Philadelphian through and through.
There's no city in the world like this. And unlike most people, I can say that because I've fucking been everywhere. I've been in Bogota, Colombia, playing on top of a mountain for 3,000 kids. I played in front of 100,000 people, co-headlining with fucking 50 Cent in Switzerland. There's still nothing like this city.
I love this city. I love everything about this city.
From the sense of humor, the area, the people, the unspoken shit, it's in my blood.
Philadelphia's a blue-collar town. We grew up and we had to work. My father worked like an animal, 2 and 3 jobs. I had kids very young. I worked 2 and 3 jobs. But it wasn't just to get by. I worked those jobs to make a better life for myself, to try to always move us to something better.
Tony Luke Jr., he's a Philadelphian. His name rings bells in Philly because you have generations of people that have grown up on his food.
I'll admit it openly. The whole reason I wanted Tony Luke Jr. in this video is because he executive produced and starred in one of my favorite films that actually takes place here in South Philly, The Nail.
Whoever hasn't seen it now, check it out. The legendary Boom Boom Mancini's in it. Tony Luke Jr., he's in his 40s, got to make this film and is now reaping the benefits of being who he was all of these years and staying true to who he was and being a fighter, because that's what Philly makes. It makes fighters. It literally breeds fighters, and it breeds fighters from a spiritual and emotional aspect. Why did people identify with Rocky Balboa? He was the underdog. He wasn't supposed to win, but hey, why bring up a fictional character when you got a real one like Tony Luke? He's Rocky Balboa.
And that's the mentality I grew up with in the city. You don't give up, and you face whatever's coming at you.